Yay, we've hit it. I mean, coming up this season on Trekyards.
Talking.
You got all the clips ready, Samuel, don't you? Ring ship, holodeck episode. This is the spaceflight chronology episode with Rick Sternbach, special guest star. That was awesome.
And you know how we're planning to get haircuts and downgrade our cameras and talk to Andrew Probert, finally, after a long time.
Doesn't matter if it's downgraded footage. I mean, people are gonna love the content. So.
You know, it's just funny. I wonder if we redubbed that, like, so our audio sounded better, but our visuals still like, what did you do?
We just put in the description. This was filmed like many moons ago.
We've been doing this a little while.
This was filmed on dial-up.
Hi there, Stuart!
Hi, Samuel.
You're back! Welcome back!
Yes. I mean, did you miss me yesterday? I know you missed my smile. So.
I mean, they missed you, and that's the important thing. There's only one of me. There's like 100 and something of them. So really, they missed you.
Oh.
But not for long, because you appeared same night.
Yeah, I decided to do one because I was getting jealous. I'm like, you were getting some.
I do one
questions.
by myself, and he gets jealous.
I know, right? Well, you're getting some great questions. When I do a late night, it's like asking about Star Trek stuff, and you're getting like questions about everything, and it's like, oh man, I just want to jump in and like call in and be like, I want to answer this question, but
on my night off, I'm calling it. Damn it! It's like what?
Yes.
Look, I mean,
not dedicated to you guys and to Trekyards.
I just don't do them very often. I haven't probably done one in what?
It's fun.
Long time.
Yeah, like the last one you did was edited Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Commander's Corner, we called it.
It's a good name. And I got to use my.
Is that P Corner?
No. I got to use my black magic, which is fun. Show the big camera, and then at the end, because of John Griever said about lenses, so I swapped to my prime lens. And you didn't see that bit, did you?
I did not. No.
Okay, go to the end of the video of yesterday, not the end, but I kind of scroll through the last 10 minutes, and I go from fancy camera to the aperture, like it's that much focus, so everything's just gone out of focus, and it's like, whoa! You sort of forget how cool that looks.
Anyway, yeah, I'll do that in a minute. But guys, we're here to talk about this season on Lower Decks. There is a trailer or a teaser trailer for this whole season. Some really great stuff in it. We're going to talk about all that stuff today, maybe do a few predictions, things like that. And by all means, if you want to check it out on your own or for yourself, the link is pinned to the top of the chat there. So it's only available on the StarTrek.com website. It's not region locked. Can't find it on YouTube anywhere. So we thought we'd supply the link so you guys can find it easily, so you know what the hell we're talking about, because we've already got a bunch of comments before we started asking where it was. So there you go. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Stuart. Yeah, for sure. And this trailer, I said to you, because I believe I was live at the end of our live when it came out, and I said, I'm going to watch it as soon as we finish, and then sent you the link, and then as soon as I finished, I said, hey, Stuart, and you're like, I've watched it too, and we had the same reaction.
Twice.
Yeah. And my reaction to you was, it's probably the best trailer I've seen for Star Trek in the last, 5 years.
Yeah, he's salivating for Trek. It's like, oh my God, look at all the goodness we get to talk about in the future. Yeah.
Which is not the feeling I've had, although by definition I have had it at least 5 times once a year. But it just had such a feeling, and considering this episode was fine, episode 1, this got me all the excited. Unless obviously a lot of it is 2 episodes within 2 episodes, but hopefully this is bits of good ideas throughout the season. So I'm really excited.
Looks like Project Achieva wants some meow mix every time they come in, because they always say meow.
Okay.
I don't have any cat food. Sorry, but it's a good welcome. Welcome. Meow.
But I'll start sharing, and you can do your spiel.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, guys, as you know, this is a great time for you to show your support for the channel by hitting that like button. Simple, super easy to do. You can. It's a little thumbs up thing. We're already at 27. We have 43 people watching, so we can easily get to 50 now. Hit that like button, and by all means, check out the trailer. Like I said, it's pinned to the top of the chat. But if you want to super chat your questions, comments, whatever, we will read those for sure. I was just on the Critical Drinkers live stream as right before this. He was getting a bunch of super chats. Doesn't read any of them. Maybe occasionally we'll say, so and so sent me some money, thank you. I hate that. We'll probably never do that no matter how big we get. We will read every super chat. So it's a great way to be part of the community and get your voice heard, because we do like paying attention to you guys. So if you can, please do. It shows your support as well. You can also join the channel right beside the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, obviously. But if you want to join the channel, it's a monthly way to help us out. You can check the different ranks that you can get, and you can tailor it to what you feel is appropriate for a monthly donation. Those channel memberships make a big difference at the end of the month. They also really help out the channel and the analytics. So if you guys can, please consider hitting that join button. If you hit it, don't worry, you're not obligated to join, but it'll show you the different tiers and the different bonus things you get as a result of those tiers. So if you guys want to check that out, please do so. We have people at every rank, even the highest rank. We have like 4 Federation presidents at this point, which is a big deal. So if you can, please do. Also, Patreon/Trekyards is another great way to help us out on a monthly basis. Check that out. And right now, in the links down below, there is links to Teespring and TeePublic. Now, the TeePublic store is having another sale, 35% off right now, all of the merchandise. So there's a lot of good, cool Trekyards swag and shirts, and you get to wear some Trekyards goodness. So if you want to click the link and check out the Trekyards merchandise you can get, that helps us out as well. And it's just a fun way to help out the channel and show your support. So if you do want to send a PayPal, you can do that as well. Just send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. All that information is down in the description of every video, so you guys can show your support whenever you feel the need. And we really do appreciate the support. Now that Lower Decks is here, we are hoping that we'll get some good engagement and some good people joining and helping out the channel. We've already got a lot of views. We got a lot of breakdown videos just from the first episode. There will be a lot more of those as the episodes continue. So by all means, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and do all that typical stuff. Make sure the bell notification icon is clicked to all, because that way you get notified when we upload new content, which when we're doing new Trek is all the time. So almost every day. So if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, by all means, make sure the bell notification icon is clicked. All right. Yeah, he's back. So
hi there.
I told him about the TeePublic stores. There's another sale on, 35% off again.
Boom. Good, good, good. And
Yeah,
I've heard from other people that bought stuff. It's worth it. And yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
We even got some freebies coming again because our sales were so good. So you guys have been doing really well. So we appreciate that. And once we get our other stuff that we can show you, we'll let you know. So.
I got a really nice picture from Vegas of a friend of mine who met a fan who the friend recognized and got a picture of the fan in a Trekyard shirt, then sent me the picture saying, I know.
I want to see it.
Okay. I'll send it to Facebook. But yeah, so I was like, oh, nice. And then there was that awesome. Vegas. I was able to say to them, okay, tell them, if you see them, that I say that's great. And they did, and it was great. So, mega third-hand Trekyards love, but it's really nice to get a picture like that.
I had William J. looking out for people wearing Trekyards merch while he was there, and he was probably too busy doing cosplay and stuff. He probably didn't have time to get a picture or talk to anybody that did, but he was on the lookout for it, so that's good. Captain Chili Beana throws in $5.
Dang.
Thanks for the link to the trailer. I hadn't seen it yet, and it's super exciting. Was that real Tom Paris, not just a talking plate? Yes, absolutely it was. Robert Duncan McNeil.
Good.
Yeah. That was good to see, because we were wondering about that. It would have been kind of disappointing. All right to be the plate, but yeah, it would have been very disappointing if it wasn't, the real person there at some point. So
look on the Facebook, Stuart. Send you the picture.
Oh, let's see.
And that's him choosing to represent Trekyards at the Star Trek convention. How cool is that?
We met him.
I know.
Met him
I hope you remember. Yeah. Oh, I said I remembered him. I mean, the dog does help. Let's be fair, but.
Yeah. Well, I recognize his face because he was wearing an Enterprise uniform when we got our pictures with him in 2019. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Stuart. So I think it's fair to say we both really enjoyed this trailer. I mean, it isn't just because of the canony stuff, but it looks like fun. It looks like they've done a lot of interesting things because hopefully, unlike the holodeck simulation, it's not going to be a half a minute of a reference. Obviously in the thumbnail you can see the amazing Rathacon. First time seeing Rathacon for a long time now. If it's not just a dream sequence or a pre-title, hope it's actually an integral part of an A or B plot. Otherwise, they're just teasing. We'll see.
Yeah, it won't be, because it could be a time travel thing, because it is the Enterprise that they're on, um, which we'll get into when we get to that
Well,
picture.
I'm
But
sure it's a holodeck thing because he's an engineer.
yeah,
But yeah.
I think it's, can we save Spock from dying? By the looks of it, that's like the goal.
Oh, it's like a
It's
training
it's one of
simulation.
those. Yeah, it's one of those games. Like, can we save Spock from dying? I don't know.
It's the engineers, Kobayashi Maru. You can't save Spock, but if one guy can, he gets a medal.
Yeah.
Dear me. Yeah, I mean, guys, have you put in the chat right now? Have you seen the trailer? And what did you think? Let us know as we about to start. But I think it was real good.
Yeah, let us know if you've seen it. If you haven't yet, it is posted. It is pinned at the top of the chat there for you guys to check out. So it's worth it. It's worth checking out. It was, like Samuel said, it was exciting. It was like the best coming or the new Trek trailer thing that we've seen.
And it was such a palate cleanser after the lackluster season 1, episode 1 review we did. It's like, that's good. And then this, sort of moment.
Yeah.
But shall we jump right in then?
Sure. Well, before we do, 65 people watching with 43 likes. I aimed for 50 when I first talked to you guys. I'm still aiming for 50, so that's another 7 likes, guys. Hit the like button. Show your support.
Do it.
I was also telling them that I was just on the Critical Drinkers live. I don't know if you watched the Critical Drinker.
As in, as a guest or as a...
No, I was just watching. Well, you're aware of who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was just watching his live stream before we started here for about 20 minutes. He had like 1,000 people watching. He got super chat. Didn't read any of them. He thanked one person. Like, so-and-so sent me some money. Thank you. And then moved on. It's like, we don't do that. We read every super chat. And even no matter how big we get, as long as super chats are coming in, we'll be reading them. I'm going to regret that in, I don't know how many, another 7 years when we have like 70,000 people.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. 170 by then, hopefully. Anyway,
for sure.
we just want you to know that your voice is really important to us.
I mean, this is a conversation, and the amount of times that what you guys have said has shifted our conversation is uncountable. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And even on the big live streams, when we get plenty, like I remember the Discovery Season 2 trailer, we were getting them left, right, and centre, and we were still like, okay, and obviously you got a bit annoyed because I was actually answering them and you wanted to get through them. But we did answer every single one. Very important to us. We even have moderators keeping track on purpose so we don't forget.
Because there's the odd time we might miss one.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel missed one yesterday. I pointed out to him. I went back and read it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
It's just the thing that happens.
And this is why it's great there's 2 of us, because that split focus helps. Because, boy, it's hard on your own. I guess it's easier on your phone because it's literally in front of you, but...
I was going to ask what's on your shirt because it looks like umbrellas, but it's palm trees.
Palm trees!
Very cool.
Marie made me get it because she likes it.
It looks like stars or fireworks. So many things it looks like. Anywho, yes, let's talk about this trailer. Go watch it, guys, if you haven't. It's link.
But yeah, new Cerritos at Warp. Certainly more realistic looking, if a bit more without the window pop. Maybe more plain. And probably the darker pylons, but it feels chunkier and more meaty.
Yeah, I love the design. Honestly, it's really grown on me. I think it's a neat ship. So, but yeah, I mean, there were some views in the last episode where it's like at the end where they're kind of heading at the camera at warp, where it looked a lot darker. It looked a lot more platey. This looks like season 1, honestly, if I'm being truthful.
Apart from the windows.
Well, yes. It just doesn't have that dark, and even it doesn't have a lot of plate detail, but anyhow, still looks good.
But second shot is, and that's all I did, just to clarify, guys. I got the trailer, I rendered out as frames, and there's 24 frames per second, and there's 160 over 60 seconds. There's a lot of frames. Then I went through and I picked out the ones that would be, because obviously a lot of stuff is in motion with motion blur. But nice about animation is that it's not always in motion, and so you can be cheeky. And I've done this so many times for Lower Decks episodes where one frame is perfectly in focus because that's just how they've rendered it. But it's not meant to be, as in the sequence is meant to be full of animation, and so I've had to capture lots of that's the perfect frame. Unlike live action where everything is literally in and out of focus, this is all animated, so you can find the perfect So a lot of these are very like specific. The first thing I say is red alert, and Mariner jumps over the back thing to get to tactical. What's weird about this is that we have medical Tendi at helm and Rutherford engineer at ops, or vice versa. So what's going on here? Clearly not an average day, because those people are not meant to be in those positions.
See, again, I'm assuming it's probably some kind of they're just spending time together as friends on the holodeck. Tendy's got kind of a cheeky look on her face, like this is fun. This is part of her training. I don't know. I think it might be something like that. I hate to say that everything's a holodeck program.
Yeah.
But a lot of it looks like it might be for this show, because we've already done it a few times now. And you can definitely explore a lot of things that you might not be able to explore otherwise in live action. So that's kind of my vibe here. Look at the look on Tindy's face. She doesn't look concerned at all, really. So I think she'd be the one scared.
But then look at Rutherford. He doesn't look very concerned. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you say that. And briefly, Mackerel's Entertainment is here, saying hi to Donnie. Not saying hi to me, though, or you. And because when are you going to get me on the show again? I've got so many things.
When are you going to get me on at all? We've had this discussion. He was there last night on my live. It's okay. I understand. No, it's fine.
I mean, Stuart will be in a fan film soon. And you have now got the uniform, so maybe we should go ahead and film your bit, and I can tease it. I mean, I
don't want you teasing my bit, man.
I think you do, though. I think you really do. I've seen what we've got to offer, man. It has to be teased.
Oof. Oh, wow. There you go. Maxwell Entertainment's not even talking to us. See?
Nope. We're not even
fine.
Here.
No, it's fine. You know what? I quit.
And you're rehired. No, I think I like what you said there, but I'm going to say this is going to be, yes, holodeck, but this will be a sequel to the Epic Mariner end of season 1 holodeck thing, but the two other characters are so surprised how not dramatic against the mummies, how radically shifted it is, and it'll be far less entertaining because of that. And they're like, I mean, that was good, but last season was cooler. And it'll be a joke within a joke, just like her fantasies are a bit more grounded.
Unless they say something like the sequels are never as good as the original, and then somebody's like, "What about Wrath of Khan? What about the Khan incident?" And then they're going to change the holodeck program to that. That would be good. That would be good.
That's a whole thing.
I know, right? That's deep meta. But
yeah, I think because it'd be very strange on the bridge. It doesn't really fit. They're obviously red alert and they're also doing something fun. I don't think it'll be the same situation we're going to see in a minute. But yeah, I'll go holodeck, I guess.
And Max World Entertainment says, "Wait a minute, you guys are talking about me? Oh dear, no, absolutely not. Who are you, Max? I never heard of you.
World? What's a world? You never entertained on his channel, so you don't even understand the name. Although I say that he's put 3 clips up of me this week, so apparently
I know. Max, 5 people of entertainment.
And 3 of them are me, apparently. But yes, Stuart, we need to film you and then get you on, reveal that you're a fan film, and then you could have being in a fan film. There you go.
Yay.
Yeah,
maybe.
So next clip, and this is one that you really have to stop and pause on. Look how freaking good that bird of prey looks. Oh my god. And I've done a lot of work with bird of preys. My god.
Attention to detail is on point there for sure. So yeah, absolutely. I don't know what the other thing firing at them is, but
well, you assume it's a Packlid, purple weapons, but then are they implying that Packlids took over a bird of prey, which would be kind of fun if they're like taking other ships. I don't quite buy that though, so I don't know, but it's certainly potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Part of the holodeck simulation we just saw, did they cut it funny so it's just something totally different? Who knows? No,
it's totally different. And given that I know Bird of Prey, I mean, that is so detailed. I wouldn't be surprised if CBS actually gave them a model for that, because that's more than they normally do detail-wise, and it's textured differently, just the way its surface looks. Although they got the colours wrong. The middle, the top engine unit is meant to be the red one. The lower one is the orange one. Even though this one's only got one, it's only orange. So small thing, but I was just doing what Bird of Prey today, so I should know. But it's cool though.
You should know.
And it's such a cool like blink and you'll miss it moment. Although they have missed a few details. But I just love the fact that, obviously once they make their own style version of these ships, they can use them verbatim. I really hope they will. Because they had a Bird of Prey in season 1, and it was stylized.
It was a little different, yeah. We were wondering if it was like
clearly the right one. So here's a step forward in that regard.
And Not a Band Account throws in $2. We must see a movie era Wrath of Khan Cerritos.
Ooh. Well, that's not hard to design, but that's cool.
I don't think we will. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, no, doesn't make sense. But I like the idea, though, just in general.
Yeah. Then we get we have another super chat. But before that, we get to the Tindy being a scorpion morph thing, which is interesting. Prime 1351 throws in $5. Did we ever get a clarification if the last Bird of Prey last season was a new class? And if not, would this more faithful version imply that? This more faithful version implies that, but we only saw the other one from the front, not the back, so we don't know how many changes there were. And no, we never got clarification that it was a new class. So,
but fair assumption for sure. And yes, what a great designed Scorpion Tendy.
Looks great, actually. Yeah.
Now, do you think maybe that she does this to herself? From all of her genetic engineering, it goes wrong. She goes Scorpion and then terrorizes the ship.
I mean, possibly. She's already been doing stuff to Rutherford in the first episode. So.
And the dog.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to make herself feel more confident.
Oh no, maybe she's trying to fix her hair via DNA manipulation, and it goes extremely wrong. That'd be a good joke. Something small.
Yeah.
I wanted to be 1 foot taller. Didn't work. You're 3 foot taller. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it might be something that she does. Yeah, I can see that definitely being a thing, for sure.
Because definitely, hopefully not holodeck should be fun. Do you want to see her as a villain antagonist force for an entire episode, or something?
No.
Okay.
Just part of the episode, something freak that happened. This is like a B plot or something, maybe. I don't know. But no, I don't want the full thing. Not a bad account, $2. Huggable Tendy plushies for sale. When? Yeah. There is a plushie in this trailer, actually, which we'll get to. 100 viewers, though. 68 likes. 80 likes. I want 80 likes. Hit that like button, guys.
I want the solid 100. I'll be honest.
I know you do. I was going to wait a little bit, but whatever. Prime 1351.
Thank you.
$2. Thank you so much. She got the Barkley disease from that TNG episode. Could be.
Yeah. Using that cannon.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, it looks like some exciting chase scenes, at least with this, but don't know how much of it is going to be a primary focus. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they also could just somewhat similar to they did that for last time, where they revealed some of the imagery that was least important. So this might be just even like how the episode cold starts, and then she's fixed by the middle, and then that's not really the plot.
Matthew DeFreitas puts Genesis in there. It would be funny if, she uses protomatter in some kind of medical experiment. We don't use protomatter. It's extremely, dangerous.
But Peanut Hamper said it was safe. What does that bitch know?
Oh, Peanut Hammer's an idiot. I hate that.
Can I do? But yeah, then we've got... Now this is one of those ones where it's like, pause! Because these things go real fast.
Yeah. So
this is obviously on the museum ship. And I guess this is the... primeval man enclosure?
It's not, though. Because later there's a clip, there's a scene file we'll see in a second, or a picture, sorry, scene file, what the hell. A picture we'll see in a second of an Excalbion and a skeleton of Abraham Lincoln, which is, of course, referring to the TOS episode. Shit, I can't remember the title now. Anyway, and there's Abraham Lincoln's stovepipe hat there. Now, they are in some kind of enclosure that we see in a second. They cut a hole in the wall, and it's almost like the one in Voyager, where they're, transported to that place, and then they get out, and You know, so yeah, this is interesting. It might be a museum thing talking about the adventures of Kirk or whatever, but I don't know why they'd have a skeleton Abraham Lincoln unless they actually, you know, I don't know. It just.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, I'll go just on this picture to start off with. This is clearly, you know, like in the clip from the last that we've seen from this episode, they beamed aboard this collector dude's thing, and it makes sense if you've got this big museum thing. I mean, collector museum, I use them interchangeably there, but you would have the money, the resources to build the little enclosures, and so, you know, oh, I managed to get, like you say, the Abraham Lincoln real hat. I'm going to put it in a real thing, whatever. And so that's a good way of, again, them going through multiple scenarios, multiple eras, multiple whatevers. As a fan, it's cool visual, and it makes sense. But it's worth noting that the Darmok alien is still currently the plushie. It's going to be made into a plushie at one point, which is sad, but
Yes.
at least they try and save him. And this is Chet? Is that his name? What's his
Jet.
name? Jet. Ah, so close. And he was on the Parliament class.
Yes.
But he was in Parliament class in the present, however, he was on Cerritos in the past. So either this is the... Well, we know this is the past to some extent, because Strax is also in a scene with this guy. But it could be past, or present. We'll see. So it could be playing with time a little bit, in terms of, like, at the same time or not.
I think they're in, somewhere where he gets turned into a plushie, this guy, and so they gotta carry him around.
Can you imagine if he still talks? I hope so. That'd be great.
Matt Boardman, $5. Sam will do a costume change at 100 likes. Laughy, cryy face. He won't, though. We're not going to do that for
Not
likes.
quite the same as 100.
You know, he'll do a costume change at $100 because I said so. Has to be $100 super chat.
And you know what? I'll even go into Wrath of Khan, because there is Wrath of Khan in this episode. There you go.
But they phaser a hole in the wall, kick it out, and then you see like this
They
corridor.
phaser it?
Well, I would assume so. It's a melted circle.
See, I think Tendy's
Tendy's
holding...
got something in her hand.
No, I think she's got fire from the thing, and she's melted it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily make the most sense, but... Yeah, I don't think that's a phaser still.
But yeah, and then you see Rutherford crawling out through the hole, which again made me think of that Voyager episode where people were just popping up on the.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not the one where they're popping up in the ship, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, and they're
I
in
like
this
that one.
environment. Yeah.
Legitimately creepy, that one.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a link, but that's kind of cool. So maybe Tom Paris actually does take them to the Delta Quadrant.
It's just a fancy museum, and they have a great Mariner being Mariner, and because Chet, whatever his name is, sorry, I've already forgotten. He's such a good officer. He's like, you know, you don't. I'm the straight-laced classic officer. I've got a less dangerous plan. She's like, damn it! So in the different command styles, which is great. A good commentary on you don't always have to do the most radical thing. There are other ways.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun to see that dynamic.
Yeah, her getting called out was funny. Eugene, 2,000 rubles. Oh, there's a season preview trailer. Gonna watch it now. Meanwhile, I'll have some. Thank you so much. Yes, it is linked at the top of the chat there. If you guys are unawares, which a lot of people seem to be, go check it out because there's a lot of really good Star Trek goodness there.
Wasn't one in the episode for some reason, and it was weird. Hopefully next week, otherwise that will remove an entire live week.
Wow. Wouter215 throws in 100 pound or 100 euros. It says Wrath of Khan costume, please. So
God, so you never know who's watching. You threw that gauntlet.
I was just kidding, but thank you so much.
You know what happened, right? We were talking in a room together, and then you grabbed the gauntlet. I said you threw it, and this random guy just steps out the shadows, catches it in midair, throws it right back, hits you in the face. You're not expecting it, and you're like, I'm just like, I'll see you in a minute then, and it's silence. And we're just like, that's epic. So you're like, right.
We'll go change now.
Bye.
All right, I'll just keep these guys company.
I'll put the next image though, so you can discuss. Well, I guess I'm forced to get changed. But what a still to come on though, Jesus! Wow. Right,
we'll go to the next one where it's starting to blow it up, or not. Maybe he did. I don't know. I'm gonna delay here, so I don't know what's going on. Well, thank you very much, Wouter215. That is amazing. That definitely made the stream already, so that's awesome. So thank you. Yes, we got a Borg tactical cube here, which explodes in a second, and then we see a shuttle, or well, let's see, does it appear to be a runabout? It's similar to a runabout, but not the same, flying away from it. This is a good time, guys, to let you guys know that the link for this teaser trailer for season 2 is pinned to the top of the chat. Go watch it now. Take a 2-minute break because Samuel's will be back in a second. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have seen it, go watch it again because that'd be good. That was a mic drop, yeah. This trailer is 5 days old. Yes, it is. It's been out for a while, but not a lot of people are aware of it still. So now it's Foley's turn for a costume change. Dare I say, another $100 super chat. Al put on a costume. One of the ones maybe you haven't seen yet. I still have to talk to Samuel about that, though. Hold on. Don't do that. Smart Swimmer says this is definitely the holodeck, and I assume links to Borg Boimler. I'm hesitant to call much other stuff the holodeck, but this one is for sure. Interesting. Yeah, we'll talk about that as soon as Samuel gets back here. But yeah, guys, go check out the trailer if you haven't. Hit that like button if you haven't. I want to get to 100 likes now. We're almost at the 80 that I asked for, so if you can, please do. And yeah, we got some really great visuals coming up. If you haven't seen it and you're not sure what's coming up, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So Matt says he only saw this trailer for the first time yesterday. CBS didn't promote it very well, which is weird. It is on StarTrek.com, but you can't find it on YouTube. You can't find it anywhere else. And it's weirdly enough, it's not region locked because a lot of times they'll release stuff just for, I was going to say North America, but Canada's always cut out of that. It's just the States. So this one isn't. So like I said, go check out that link that's pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button. And if you can super chat, please feel free. Like I said, I was just on the Critical Drinkers live stream before I started this one, just watching. And he was getting some occasional super chat here and there, like $5, $10 kind of thing. And he didn't read any one of them. He thanked one guy. He said, oh, so-and-so sent me some money, thank you. But other than that, he just talks and doesn't. He only had 1,000 people watching too. So I don't know. I just think that's kind of rude, and I don't understand channels that do that. So we try to be better than that. 17 more likes though, guys. You pick the one that takes the longest to change into. You know that, right? It's good though because it's coming up later in the trailer. So why wasn't the season ahead trailer not aired at the end of the episode like last year? I have no idea. Yeah, there was no next time on or this season on at all. I don't know. I don't know why they chose to do that. Hopefully that every other episode from now on will have a next week on. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that. I thought it could just be the way that I saw it. But apparently no one is seeing it. So it's not just me for once. Matt Boardman, bwahahaha, revenge. Revenge for what? I only saw. Could this be the cube from Picard? No. The Picard cube was not all in one piece and was not a tactical cube. This is clearly a tactical cube with the armor plating. So, hey, look at that. There he is. Has to be the holodeck, otherwise why would Tendi and Rutherford be at the helm? You never know what can happen, so. Hi, Samuel, welcome back. Hello? I don't know what he's doing.
There you go, there's my... Oh. It's named odd, so...
See, dare I say, should I say, For another $100 super chat, I will change into something maybe close to that era.
Oh goodness! I mean,
as a
well,
as a reveal.
we know that $100 controls our lives, so you know the fates are not in our hands. But I mean, if the fates decide, then that's
I just did not expect that. That was amazing. I was just kidding.
Oh yeah.
It's the same color as your uniform too, the super chat, which is great.
Yeah.
Kind of like that dark red.
Although it looks like the perfect purple, and then but there it's bright. Yeah, there you go. It's gonna get a bit warm.
I was gonna say, is it hot there today?
It's not cool. I'll say that. And now my neck is. I've got padding now. I'll say that.
Well, they want you to flip your camera because it is backwards that they're seeing. I'm seeing it correctly on Skype, but
it's
the way
same.
they're getting it.
It's the same
backwards.
Exact.
No, I'm watching the live stream here, and it's reversed.
Let me take a picture and show you what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing the exact same thing on both screens.
Okay.
Because you can tell, because it's a uniform that is not is not identical on either side. Look.
Well, here I'll show you what I'm seeing, so that you can have proof that.
Yeah, my bandana with it. It's on the same side on both. But yes, Borg, maybe, probably, definitely.
Okay, well, here's the picture that I see, so it's on the wrong side on their view, so just so you know.
But do you see what I mean, what I'm seeing?
Yeah, well, there's the picture that I have, so should be there in a second. Anyway, yes, Borg Tactical Cube. Somebody said this is probably a holodeck thing, because this is likely linked to the Boimler Borg. The Borgler.
Yeah, I'll flip it, but it'll look weird to me. But okay.
I don't know why, man. Just saying.
Yeah. And now I'm opposite. Weird.
Well, anyway. So, thoughts? Do you think this is a holodeck program because Rutherford and Tendi are at the helm of the shuttle? And it's likely linked to the Borm layer?
They're a helm of the shuttle?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
From the clip.
You said of the shuttle?
Yeah.
Which clip? Oh, the yell? I don't... Where's the internal runabout shot?
Hold on. I don't think you have a clip of it, or a picture of it. Hold on
I
a
went
second.
through every frame. Ah.
We'll watch it again, but I got an advertisement.
Oh.
Paramount Plus. And somebody mentioned it in the chat too that saw that. So.
I mean, I was pretty careful to get all of it.
Let me see.
Didn't see a runabout interior. But I think that's real. Although I do like they do it linking to Borg Boimler. It's quite cool. I mean, a bit full on, but you know, making a mockery out of the Borg by having the lead character be assimilated, then come back and save him is hey, it's an idea.
Mm.
I mean, maybe depends how it's handled. I mean, I don't see a runabout anywhere.
I don't either. Oh, I was thinking of Boimler and Mariner in the shuttle.
I know
that's later.
And that's a different shuttle as well.
Yes, it is. I think they meant the Cerritos shot at the beginning. Then.
Oh no, this is going to be a flashback to something because they don't tend to use runabouts. So I think actually, you know what? Yeah, this will be a Mariner flashback to her old mission where she helped destroy Borg Cube. Boy, that'd be a
Disagree. I think it's probably a holodeck thing because we got Borg Boimler to talk about too. We thought that was a holodeck thing for sure.
Well, but I don't think they're connected.
Oh, it is. You know, it's connected. In the second, we see Boimler on the bridge of the Galaxy class.
Uh-huh.
It's my ship. And then he probably gets abducted by the Borg and becomes the Borg, and Mariner's his first officer, and get a whole best of both worlds thing where she's like, fire! I don't know.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting. Well, I wouldn't necessarily go on and say that was a tactical Borg cube, because the tactical Borg cube actually has distinct grey parts. This has not got any. This is just a stylized classic Borg cube.
It might be, but there's enough shape details in there that I see that look like a tactical cube. That I want
Same details on the first contact one.
Well, somebody asked if it was probably maybe the one from Picard, and I'm like, no, because that was damaged in multiple places.
It wasn't
and didn't look like
destroyed.
this. Yeah,
It wasn't blown up. But I mean, this this might just be a cold open. I mean, talk about having a cold open. This might be like a maybe it's like Mariner dealing with somebody else. Cold open where she's the pilot. Or maybe Tom Paris is the pilot. Yeah. But boy, what a striking visual. But the real question is this? When is this? Because if this is post Endgame, then this is post Borg are damaged as a species, not irreparably, obviously, just damaged. But there isn't much between that and Runabouts. Could you argue Runabouts existed in Best of Both Worlds? Kind of retcon that a little bit. Would you be annoyed by that?
Nope, I think that'd be fine. They were like brand new.
Yeah.
Very few places had them, but they were in development. There was a few of them that were kicking around. Yeah, for sure.
Not that makes sense either, because the Borg wasn't destroyed there.
Yeah. King Laughing Man puts in €5. Thanks
Great
so
name.
much. Do you think Mariner and Jennifer will be expanded on this season? The season premiere was the first proper interaction we got with them. Yeah, I'm sure Jennifer's going to show up a few times.
She's in a clip in a
she
second.
was mentioned. She was in season 1. Shut up, Jennifer. I think it's going to become the new "Shut Up, Wesley" thing.
It's working already.
Yeah.
2 fun comments. Chuck A says, "I'm wearing my Trekyards shirt for this live, guys."
Speaking of, if you want your own, TeePublic store down below in the links is having a sale, 35% off. So you can get yourself some your Trekyards merchandise there for 35% off right now, which is a great deal. So we also have 90 likes with 120 people watching.
Excellent.
So guys, hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's do it.
Amanda DeFritas says, should I get a uniform of my own or donate the money to Trekyards? Decisions. I mean, email me, Matthew, because I'd rather see you get your own uniform, to be honest, because they're awesome. As long as you go through me so I can get you the right uniform placement, so you're not buying some $16 cheap Chinese one. Email trekyards@hotmail.com. You're regular. Get a uniform. Be part of the club.
I feel like I want to change into that new one, but
It's not up to us,
kind of
Stuart.
sticky on it.
It's not up to us. I mean, we may or may not match. We may or may not be happy together. We may or may not be in the same era. We may or may not be perfect together. But it's not up to us. But remind the audience, what is the criterion for this sudden change?
Seriously, I got a new uniform. It's going to be in a cameo appearance in a fan
It's
film.
not a cameo.
It is, though.
It's a
at
guest
the end.
role.
It's not... Well,
It's the
okay,
entire.
fine.
It's the entire last scene.
It should be and featuring or starring.
Yeah. Oh,
or
yeah. Absolutely. Sure. That's a fair credit.
Whatever. Anyway. And I kind of want to show it off. Kind of been, had to hang it up, so I wasn't seeing it. But we weren't sure whether we wanted to reveal it in the actual fan film as the reveal or whatever. But we can do it here if you guys really want, which will be fun because we got an era coming up that we're going to be talking about in this trailer, and it might be that. So,
And this ain't no Chinese sweatshop
no,
bullshit. This is a actual
custom-made one.
Oh.
Spoilers. So yeah, guys, if you want to see something cool and new from me, maybe I think that might be fun. And by all means, a $100 super chat would do it. I didn't think the first one would happen. I doubt very much that the second one's going to happen. But there you go.
But there you go. Not up to us.
That's right.
But yeah, Borg, cool. I mean, hopefully they won't make too much of fun of them, because the way they used the Borg in season 1 as being the target practice was fine, but they weren't real Borg. So, yeah. I mean, if it's a holodeck, again, fine, sure. I mean, only so many things can be satisfying. I mean, we saw how the Cardassian sequence was great, but also hollow. Oh. Yes, literally, god damn it. Although maybe, though, that could be a running joke that Marin does these absolutely extreme stunts, and that's a way of her venting. That's a way of us having, like, extensive canon use while still being silly. So maybe her yeah, there we go. Maybe middle of the season is her rescuing Borg Boimler because she's starting to forgive him, and she destroys a Borg cube in the same way season 1, episode 1. So that I could buy as long as all the meta narrative of her being that's her workout program is surviving Borg cube.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be very
Apt.
very apropos. Yeah.
I mean, not as satisfying, but is get out of jail free card with using, well, everything. Cool.
Yeah. Next up, we get a view of the Titan. Riker on the bridge. Looks great.
Saying
No
real
Boimler in
dialogue
sight.
that isn't just jokes. My God.
Yeah. I think this is where he's saying we're going to send a team down disguised as miners, but I think they've probably already done that. That's why Boimler's not at the helm or anything. So this is just a scene from later, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
And look, we've got an alien science lieutenant. Cool stuff.
At least a lieutenant. Might be a commander. You never know. Can't see.
I think the lady's the commander with the face paint. And then we get a cool pan down to a Packard slave camp, it looks like. Or mining facility, or both. Packard doing their thing. And I believe that shuttle thing on the ground is a reference to that they used it every other time in TNG, that little shuttle they used. But it was a very similar design. And certainly this is the mission of the Titan, is to keep the Packleds working out what's going to happen with them and see what's going on. So that'd be fun. We sort of knew that going in, but I like it.
And look, a battle harpy flying overhead.
See, they are Packleds, Stuart. See.
Yeah.
And then what I thought. Sorry.
They're also raising a flag in the next shot in the background, which is.
Oh yeah. We claim this planet for the Packleds! Why did it fall down?
Yeah. 120 people watching and only 99 likes.
It blew away.
You were smart. You will hit like. You will make us go.
I am not smart. It blew away. I am not fast either. Cannot chase.
Anyway, then we get Boimler with "You're totally Starfleet." He's like, "No, I'm a miner with a heart of gold." And you got the commander lady behind him.
She stands out. As being...
I think, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This is probably going to be most of episode 2. I think is this whole.
I hope
Packard plot.
I won't
so
call
too.
it, but I hope so.
I'm calling it. I'm going to say it's going to start with that. It's going to be like half the episode, and then it's going to end up on the Cerritos to be the last little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean that would. I said that last episode. That would be the not obvious choice to have that be the wraparound, especially if it just escalates more and more and more for Boimler. So by then it's like, oh my god. But I thought it was quite a sweet little moment actually, because the fact is, if you've lived in that level of, well, especially compared to these guys, level of luxury, and poise and professionalism and training, whatever, you'll probably stand out. You know, you look at a 30-year military veteran in a crowd of people, you may be able to spot them compared to a dentist and a botanist. I think they might stand out. While not obviously the exact same parallel, you'd think they'd have to hold themselves a little bit different, and especially compared to miners. So I thought it was quite a sweet little thing. Luckily, Packleds wouldn't be able to pick up on that, so they're fine. But that'd be a good joke. Like, everyone knows they're Starfleet, but the Packleds, like, everyone's like...
Yeah.
I like it.
That would be hilarious, actually.
They just keep... They take the joke too far. Yeah. Now, this is a cool visual.
Cerritos coming out of warp with the nacelles that do the thing. There's another one later that it's the same thing. So, yeah. Looks like a black hole or something that they're coming up to.
Classic TNG style phenomenon.
Maybe a temporal anomaly.
And Wouter says, might not be slaves. Why give slaves helmets? To do the job better.
So they don't die.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your slaves to die.
And if you're mining, you need to see where you're going to mine quicker. Like, you want to give miners, you want to give them the best tech possible to do the job best as possible, so that they've done quicker, so you get the thing you want from them quicker. Yeah.
Take care of your slaves, everyone. Is the point that we're trying to make.
Don't be an Orion, you know. But it's a cool visual, and this I can imagine either being a cold open or a something galactic scale, like there's an alien living in this sun or whatever, and they have to let it go or find it or whatever. Because this isn't really a Cerritos-y mission. They're a second contact ship. Why are they going to a black hole event horizon while destroying a planet? So,
yeah,
it's cool though.
Yeah. Then we get Thomas.
Woo!
Tom Paris on the bridge of the
Real.
Cerritos, asking if he can fly, and he cracks his knuckles, and he's only a lieutenant still, which is interesting. And he asks if he can fly, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, just don't, take us to the Delta Quadrant."
I haven't heard that before, Captain.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Maybe I was partying that day, but I was just out of prison, I was rusty. And I'll be honest, Stuart, for me, this was the 7 of 9 moment from the Picard trailer.
Yeah.
Because this ain't holodeck, this ain't fictional, this ain't bullshit. This is real, actual pushing forward canon on a character we care about. We've had J.G. Hertzler, but not as Martok. We've had the odd person, but this is real, even though it's not real. But it is real! And he hasn't aged a day.
Yeah, exactly. We know Tom Paris was coming back as the voice of a plate, but yeah, if that was it, we would have been disappointed to actually see him in the proper uniform as well.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic.
He's never been
the fact
in
he's only
uniform.
lieutenant still is kind of but
well, it's only 4 years after Endgame, and he was demoted and then re-promoted, so arguably,
he's got that smudge on his record.
Yeah. Plus, he might just be enjoying life. If you had 7 years of oh god damn it, I don't necessarily think everyone in Voyager would be going straight back into their careers with gusto. They might take it easy for a couple of years.
Might take a break.
Yeah. I think they'd be allowed that. But I wonder why. I mean, why Cerritos? It's a know nothing. It's a who cares ship.
Do you want to change it to where he's sitting at the console? Sure. Because that's a much better picture of him for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It could be they need a good pilot for a specific mission or something. But yeah, why the Cerritos? That's a very good question, actually.
Because this might be, maybe the tactical guy might be their first tactical guy. Because we know it's a flashback at some point because Strax is in these shots. So maybe he was the original tactical officer, and so this was maybe when it was launched, and Void, and maybe this is the first off the line, and so he's like the token celebrity to come in. Bit weird. It doesn't quite fit, although I don't mind seeing kind of a Relativity style first day. Because the way they kind of present the scene with them being on the other side of the command chairs is very much, hello, welcome, this is fresh. There isn't that sense of ownership they have.
Yeah, or we're just sitting in space dock or a dry dock or something. It's, yeah.
Because also, I mean, Paris, was in Starfleet then the Marquis. He does know people, so maybe he knew Freeman when she was a commander, and maybe he's doing the rounds. I don't know, but it's definitely an odd one. It's great though. I know some people have joked, and I hope they do that we actually have Paris meet his TNG character, voiced whatever the character's name was.
Oh, something Locarno.
Yeah, Locarno. Yeah. So Paris and Locarno together. I mean, that needs to happen. Long lost twin. I mean, they could even retcon it as like, oh, you're actually my my twin brother from another mother, which doesn't make any sense. But I think Locarno needs to be on the show as well. Maybe screw Tom Paris. Locarno, he's the only regulars on lower decks, and it's like, what? Why do you have?
And bring Thomas Riker on too while you're at it.
Yes. But yeah.
Maybe that's what happens to Locarno. He's basically a transporter malfunction. That Nicholas Locarno. Thank you very much. That's the name. Maybe he's
becomes Tom Paris. Yes, Tom Paris is my middle names. Tom and Paris, and God damn. Although, is Jen a commander in later? I mean, I can go back and check episode 1, but I feel like she was a lieutenant. She's an ensign here.
That's not Jen, I don't think.
It's a blue Andorian female. Why would it not be Jen?
Not all Andorian females look alike, Samuel.
But why would they give us two that look so? What? Why would it not be?
I didn't think it was Jennifer. She doesn't look the same as Jennifer did.
It's fine if it's a flashback. She's a younger Jennifer.
Sure.
Why are we arguing about holodeck lady?
I think she might even be in a different uniform, different style, different color.
Same hair. Well, so she does have the stripe in the hair like Jen has. But the hair stripe's on the opposite side of her tendril. So in this picture, her right side, but the on her left side. What do you guys think?
It's not Jen. It's not Jennifer. Calling it. It's not Jennifer.
But yeah, fantastic Tom Paris.
That's so rude, man. Not all Andorians look alike. I just can't believe you even said that. Oh, Jesus. I apologize, guys. He's usually pretty good.
Now, what do you think about this? In this next shot, we've said this before, but this shot clearly implies they should see it. The alien, Darmok alien, you still can't see his rank pips. You see everyone else's rank pips. I know, but I felt you would see that still. There isn't that much of the collar left. I bet you he's not. Bet he's honorary. I bet he's not got rank then, because that. I mean, you would see the rank at that angle.
Maybe he's just a the exchange officer.
Yeah, he might be. That could be really fun, actually.
Yeah, I'd be on board for that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get a crystalline entity and another great coming out of warp streak. That looks really great.
Mm-hmm.
And we speculated that it could be another crystalline entity, could be the same one, could be a flashback, like we said. I think there might be an episode or two that's set as a flashback, and this is maybe part of it. Don't know.
Let's explore their characters.
And this clearly is the crystalline entity from TNG, because we all know that crystalline entities don't all look alike. So I'm calling.
That's true.
I mean,
no double standards there. That's funny. But it'd be nice if we find another one.
Yeah, I think we should. I think it should be another one, for sure.
And it's just a totally different vibe. It's such an underused creature. And then briefly though, if it is if it is a flashback, because the series is an old ship, so it makes sense. I would love to see Captain Freeman in the older uniforms. Even though maybe go back to a Voyager uniform, because they never transitioned to the First Contact ones because they were too much the heroes, or they never moved from TNG. So even though the rest of the fleet are on Voyager, they're still in the TNG ones. That'd be cool.
Ozzy says it's Jen's twin sister. That'd be funny if the streak was on the opposite sides, like the mirror image of each other. That'd be great. And her name is
Hedge.
Yennefer, like from The Witcher.
Yeah. Okay.
Samantha Fur.
Stop while you're behind. Next shot is the Spheros firing some phasers, and this is an example of it. Does have a more meaty look. You can see the new, pylon-y blah. And look, torpedoes. It's doing some.
This is the refitted Cerritos, because you got the escape pods on the back there. I was looking to see if it might be in a flashback one, but yeah.
Well, you see the torpedo launchers, so it's cool though. They're definitely treating it like a character. It has a personality in the show. Good.
Speaking of, the Packlet ship that's next.
You
got obviously some Romulan warbird nacelles. You got the front part is like that ship of the week ship that's tacked on as the nose. Intimidating looking for sure. Is it? And it's not the exact same as one of the ones we saw at the end of season 1. They're all slightly different, I think. That's kind of the joke. So
yeah, it's definitely difficult to try and it is clearly what it is, but it's also different. And this, I'm thinking, is more of a literal we bashed up a Romulan ship, because it does have that vibe, which I really like. I think it's very cool, and this could be maybe like an actual warship version. No, it's definitely cool design. But yeah, it's really probably trying to fight it. Oh dear.
Now, in the center part of that, are those like pods from a tanker? Like one of the tankers that we see like in Enterprise era?
Yeah, they look like D5 tankers.
Yeah.
Do indeed.
Cool. Nice touch.
Then we have the gang being friendly. Not much to say. Then we have one of the other reveals. Dum 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 da 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 da. And boy, this Enterprise D bridge being fully lit is only on screen for like 3 frames. It is a blink and you can miss it sort of moment. Stuart, how high did your desk raise when this came out? And you saw this bit.
Halfway.
Okay.
No, this was great, but Boimler's got like gray in his hair. He's buff, and he's still only an ensign though. That's worth pointing that out.
Well,
he doesn't have captain's pips on, so
he's confident, but not that confident.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean that's beautiful. It's absolutely. Although I would say the chairs, and I have also have experienced it in D Bridge, the chairs are a bit too hard edged. They should be more curved. That's my only complaint. It's just a bit too. Which is funny because the railing's smooth, the side panels are smooth, everything else is great. It's just those chairs are a bit boxy. I'm guessing because the Cerritos chairs are boxy for some reason. They were like, we can't have really beautiful smooth chairs. So I guess it's kind of like a design retcon rather than as in that's how it looks in our version. Because really our Cerritos chairs are smoother. We just don't want to do the polygons. I'm guessing because they look a bit rough. But I mean, faithful canon, and you're gonna be able to tick the amount of eras that the Lower Decks is reconfirming as canon. Because canon. There you go. What did you guys think when you saw it? What feelings did you have?
He says something about his crew and good crew and all this here. I forget exactly the dialogue.
I'll take a listen against you. I'll wait.
Well, it takes forever with the damn commercials.
I sent it to you though.
I know.
Go use that version.
No, it's already up. It's fine.
But yeah, what do you guys think? It's the Enterprise D Bridge, or at least Galaxy class. Arguably, is one of the most famous, influential bridges, at least in the universe.
Grateful to have a ship and a crew that I trust with my life. So, very epic moment for sure with the way he stands up.
But you were saying, is this a Mariner fantasy holodeck or a Boimler fantasy holodeck?
Boimler. And then what's going to happen is he's going to be facing off against the Borg. She's, without knowing it, Mariner reprogrammed the simulation, so he gets kidnapped by the Borg and turned into a Borg, which is going to piss him off.
Jesus.
Because it's his holodeck, but she's going to save the day. Betcha. Any money.
I'm going to say alternate universe.
Really?
We've already had 5 holodecks. It's too much.
I know. I hate saying
unless it's all in one big showdown or 2. Maybe it is. Well, okay. It's one of 2 things. Either it's a fantasy, it's a dream he has, where he lives a moment. And it's not a holodeck. It's just a fantasy, and then it hard cuts to him doing something a bit silly. Maybe actually, you know what? Maybe it's even maybe he's on the Titan, and he has this dream, and he's talking to Riker as TNG Riker, thanking him for his service, like, well done, I'm now giving you a field commission to captain the Enterprise. So we get that because you've got Jonathan Frakes on staff. That moment, maybe. Or he's saving Riker on the Enterprise D, which would be a nice power play moment. Or it's parallel universe where they actually do meet an alternate Boimler. Both would be cool.
Yeah, it's interesting, actually, being on the Titan. Yeah. Kyle Wong puts in £5. Thank you so much.
There you
go. Why does it seem that the writers in Lower Decks, a cartoon, are respectful to canon, more respectful to canon than the writers in the recent live-action Trek? Because you got a good showrunner in the form of Mike McMahon, who is a true fan of Star Trek. It's a simple answer.
Because Alex Kurtzman has little to no control, or at least asserts little to no control.
Yeah.
It's really important. Don't let that man have creative control. Things go poorly. Time and time and time and time again.
Smart Experience says, bear in mind, this is all likely from episodes 3 to 5. I assume there's a big holodeck moment or 2, and we actually have very little idea what the next few episodes will be like. Oh, absolutely. I can see a lot of this being holodeck day, where they're like, they could just be them talking about their favorite holodeck programs, and just you get the fade into their holodeck program and what they like to do. Who knows? But then we got them all there with the little stuffy guy again, the Temerian. I don't know if he got turned into a stuffy or if he left the ship, and that's like Rutherford's having a hard time dealing with it, so he's got a little friend. I don't know.
Well, it's also the same episode as Tom Paris. I'm kind of hoping they're in a chunk of the episode, or a 2-parter, or this is all always new security officer as well as in the past, and then stuff happens. But since he's on the Cerritos chat guy, so it's tricky.
But then we get a Magatu with a broken horn. It looks really pissed off.
Does.
So don't know what's going on there, but
presumably part of the museum.
Yeah, there's screaming.
Although, no, wouldn't say that, because I think it's fair to say the Boimler screaming sequence is the same because of lighting the ground, etc. But Boimler isn't part of that team that beamed down. Explicitly isn't part, implying it's either Titan or prequel before he's on the Cerritos, or in between. So every episode they go on a planet, they find this creature. I'll call it now, not this episode. It's just edited to make you think it is. Probably even it's there you go. It's the Ferengi episode, and they get captured. They meet this in the forest because there was a forest on that planet. Wild, these guys.
Yeah.
Why not? Also, you're out of focus. Sorry.
Am I though? It doesn't look like I'm out of focus.
And Richie Apple says a lot of these images could be from cold opens. They only did a couple of those, less than you think. Bet you kind of stopped doing them pretty early on.
Kyle Wong, £5.
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to see an anime Trek like Star Wars Visions? That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Which one was Star Wars Visions?
I do have some Star Trek manga, which is interesting, but yeah, I mean, I think the anime Star Wars stuff looks really cool.
I could take it or leave it. I mean, I'd rather have more of this. It looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, then we get a shuttle accident, something happening with Mariner and Boimler.
Because they're clearly crashing to a planet with green tendrils with a ship in orbit, and we know the thing crashes later. Maybe Romulans? Kind of gives me Romulan, like, pointy ship vibes.
It does kind of, yeah. It's hard to tell, though. But, yeah, who knows? Could be anything.
But this is probably, late in the season when they're back together, etc.
Project Achieva says that Temeria not having pips and later being a plushie could be related. Maybe he was just an imaginary part of somebody's imagination the whole time. It was never actually on the ship.
Wow.
Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe it's like a Miss Poopy Butthole, where it's like, he's not real, but actually he is. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's not real?
They're gonna get them dressed like on Hawaiian vacation.
Maybe Tom Paris opens up the Riser program. The whatever it was. It wasn't Riser, but it was the planet. Yeah,
the resort thing. And yeah, there's damage happening to the ship. The corridor gets blocked. You got Ransom, Benzite, whatever they are.
Always good seeing a Benzite.
Boimler, and I don't know who the other person is. I don't think we've seen them before. But...
It'd be nice to see more. I mean, we've said this for a lot of them, just different pairings and having given the main cast a bit more to do. So it'd be fun to see the Ransom and Boimler combo. No, looks fun.
Now this next one is odd because Tendy's riding a pig that's wearing pants. So I assume the inhabitants of a planet are being turned into animals, perhaps, and that could be why she becomes a scorpion. Maybe she gets infected with the same thing that's turning these people into animals. Hard to say, but I think there's a link there because she is a scorpion at one point. And I think it could just be an infection or something. They go down to this planet that's this settlement of farmers, and of course there were pigs around, so they naturally turned into the closest thing. Maybe she gets bit by a scorpion when she first beams down, which is a harmless scorpion, but because that, I don't know. I think there's something definitely to be said for that scene anyway. I could just see it being much like the farming community they beam down to in TOS in this side of paradise. That kind of vibe going on. So
my only note for that would be I'm pretty sure this is the councillor's office on the Cerritos based on the plants and the decor. So if there's that, then something goes wrong on the Cerritos.
Why are they wearing the jeans and suspenders and like farmer clothes?
I mean, the councillor was wearing a suit, so why can't there be other people that are civilians? I don't know why he's wearing a suit, but yeah. But I like the define of it and turning into that's the catalyst. But then, Stuart, we have the other drop-dead gorgeous moment.
Yes. Can't go in there with radiation. And if you notice, like you see the reactor, you see the this is all very much Brathicon, and even there's a shot of an LCARS or a panel that's got an MSD and it says Enterprise on it, so it is the Enterprise, which is great. I think this might be, like I said, maybe an engineering Kobayashi Maru scenario, save Spock, save the ship. Without sacrificing yourself, maybe. I don't know. But I can see Rutherford definitely wanting to do that and try to get take his Kobayashi Maru engineering test, because it's a Rutherford. Of course he wants to. But yeah, it's definitely the Enterprise. If you zoom in, it does say Enterprise. So.
And this is definitely, first time I've seen Rathacon costumes since today in my life. But I mean, for a long time. And it's, these are one of those things where there's so much pressure to get these right, because you're having to build a lot of new sets, all to be pitch perfect. But they nail it, They absolutely nail it. And yeah, like like we said earlier, that I like that it being a Kobayashi Maru. This is definitely a holodeck or a dream, but this I think is definitely a holodeck. Given how chilled he is, I think this is just an average puzzle day, and then we'll get another moment. I mean that's potentially an interesting way of showing how the crew works on their off time. You saw Mariner's, being okay with herself program. This is Rutherford's dealing with unbelievably difficult engineering problems. Everyone else, Boimler is the I'm Mr. Epic captain man who's still an ensign I command, and Tendy's is something else. But I can imagine also this is possibly midway through the season where he is, while he's not obviously a concerned chap in general, he could be slightly concerned that he is not who he was, if he does the same big test again. And let's just see how it looks. Yeah. Well, it looks great.
You see him talking to somebody in a Monster Maroon, who looks good. It was good to see. So get to see more of the engine room that we didn't really see in the movie.
Although they're still using the Voyager era com badge, which is weird. I guess everyone.
Well, it's the same shape as the.
Well, yeah, but the colours are different, and we know they're different. It's
not.
But
it's just a simplified animated version of it.
I know, but look at the LCARS. You're saying that as if they don't put detail in. Do you know what I mean? That's such a silly thing to say when you look at what they've done. I know it's just a PDF of a LCARS, but
yeah, I don't know.
There's so much attention to detail. I think they're just shorthanding because that's not what it should look like, at least colour-wise. But whichever. And then you got.
Rutherford grabs the handle and burns his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, hot. Then we got that box that we saw in the other trailer, the teaser.
The one with the Nausicaans.
Yeah. Something old and dirty in there. Oh, that's an interesting frame with Rutherford and Tendi and a bunch of pink people. These are probably the people that are being turned into pigs, would be my assumption.
Yeah. I can see that. And in the scene, Rutherford jumps Tendi up into that an exit way, but it's such a short moment, it's hard to tell. But yeah, I like that. I can see that. They're helping move some people and things go wrong. Yeah. They have ripped Boimler again. It's good.
Buff Boimler with the like that. Yeah. That's a great face.
And we have more shots of the car escape thing. Definitely space cops behind them.
It's bubble bath falling out the back. How do we know it's bubble bath? Keep watching. Oh, we got an epic knights trying to attack Rutherford thing going on. And this looks like a holodeck program, or they're undercover on a planet something, because Tendi is like in this room full of artifacts and things, and we're in a different well,
it could be the museum. Maybe they're automated guards. Like first level
could
defense.
Could be. Yeah.
Something like that.
But the table gets flipped over. You got gold bars. You got some urns, gold urns, some goblets.
But this is interesting because she's not in uniform.
Exactly.
I think this is going to be she's having to pretend to be an Orion again, because that's a good looking thing, and down to go to a civilian planet and using maybe a planet that the Orion subjugated at one point, and she has one card to play and it's the Orion card, and she's like, I don't want to be that, and then she ends up being really epic. I mean, we saw how crazy she was last week. I mean, she has it in her to be a crazy Orion. But yeah, and something you really do miss, honestly, frame by frame this trailer, which we do.
Because that's what we do.
That's our jam.
Yeah, and then we get the shot of the shuttle pulling away from a big smokestack or whatever that's exploding. You got Mariner and Tendi in there, and again, this is the Nausicaan subplot thing, or that we saw earlier.
And Tendi's in her civilian costume, so I guess this plan escalates. And I'm getting Blade Runner vibes a little bit with how the settlement works.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that. Yeah.
And do you think this is in the same episode as Boimler and Rutherford go against the Ferengi? Given they're the two pairs?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Maybe even that they think they've been captured, but they really, really, really haven't. So when they try to rescue them, they're not even there.
Yeah.
But at least they tried.
There you go. Yeah. Sure.
And it's not they didn't need saving, it's just they just got wrong intel. Maybe they said, yes, we have one human and one Orion. It's them. And it's like two random other people. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Oh, thanks for saving us.
They're stunt doubles.
What, you think I think that insurrection picture with all the stunt doubles?
Well, no, I was thinking of Spaceballs. We've captured them. This is not them. This is their stunt doubles. You fool. Jesus. And the lady's got a mustache because it's a guy. Anyway, you haven't watched Spaceballs yet, obviously. 124 people watching, 122 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get up to 130. 8 more likes would be awesome. Keeping it easy for you guys. 8 more likes. Next up is a snarling beast with green saliva.
It looks mean.
Phasered. And it gets phasered, you can assume, by one of... Well, I don't think it actually goes into the next frame.
No.
Because the next frame is, like I said, there's the Excalibur behind them. There's the Abraham Lincoln skeleton, which probably falls apart at some point because earlier we saw his stovetop hat on the ground, not on the skeleton. And they've also got Temeria in there as the plushie again. So I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I mean, go through the museum, and this is one of the famous Kirk incidents, since they get to sort of live it, but as a diorama, but not quite.
But why is Abraham Lincoln a skeleton and not a wax figure or something?
Because they managed to get the original skeleton, the original alien creature version, and he's very proud of it.
Oh my god, that's actually Abraham Lincoln's real skeleton that they dug up. Just
Screen used.
Yeah. There you go. Because
What a great reference to having this creature thing with the head. I mean, that's people forget about him, but he's
the Excalibur. It was one of the best aliens in TOS. It was awesome, and he turned into a rock. Yeah. But he's also a skeleton, if you'll notice. You can see his hip bone and his rib cage, which is weird.
Well,
but
dioramas, aren't they?
His eyes are lit up.
Like the LEDs.
There you go. Sure.
Because they're fighting the same drone circle things in the museum, so it's all diorama stuff. But it's cool. Yeah, we're going to see some fun stuff. Mariner's an expert, so we're very linking logical. But then you have the space cops falling away and not winning. And our guys are so happy that they're going to succeed. Oh, no.
You didn't get the one frame of the guy head on close up. Damn it. I want to see... They try to avoid this guy who looks like a gardener. He looks old. I'm wondering if it's Boothby. It would be cool if it was Boothby. It'd be cool if it was Boothby. Come on now.
It would, but it's not Starfleet Academy. It's Random Space Station.
So, Boothby was in the Delta Quadrant on a random space station.
Oh, you're saying it's Undine Boothby.
Could be.
Same job, different place.
Species 847 for the win.
But the flip, though. And it's going to be a fun thing. They go swimming, Mariner's not happy. And then a lot of Commander Datas appear. Oh, do you think Brent's gonna? Do you think they speak and Brent's gonna do some audio lines? Use me to wash you, sir. And they'll be like, oh god, why did they do this?
Yeah,
that'd be great. I think they should.
Yeah, and it's obviously bubble bath containers, because Boimler's like, I threw up bubble bath. And she's like, I know, I was there. And if you look behind them, there's dinosaurs too. So. Just saying. This is probably the museum gift shop, perhaps.
What?
that they get the Data bubble bath from, because Data's like a important historical figure.
Well, no, because Boardman's not in that one. As in, Boardman's not part of the go down. And why then? No, this is the space station where they have a hijinks.
Okay. Well, why are the dinosaurs?
Because it's a
Aliens.
space station and they want to have
Gotcha.
hollow dinosaurs. It's fun. It's just nice to see this formal uniform, because we already had the previous formal uniform. It was nice to get both. So yeah, there's the very dense trailer. My goodness, things all over the place. What a go.
And Aaron Standing says Data dolls. I don't think they're Data dolls. Like I said, I think they're bubble bath containers.
And why would there be data bubble bath containers?
I have no goddamn idea.
Good answer. Yes. Cool. No, it's, I mean, you know, a lot of good stuff there. Hopefully it'll be fleshed out more, rather than just little gimmicks, rather than little moments. Hopefully we get a good chunk of an episode on the, you know, wouldn't it be great if Badgie goes for revenge against Rutherford again and traps him in Wrath of Khan? And so as you see, like, but from the engineering point of view, where he has to fix the ship, but he can never quite fix it, and like there's good stuff you can do with that. That's not just a cameo reference mention.
Yeah.
So cross those fingers, Stuart. Cross those fingers.
They're crossed. Well, guys, we had 130 likes, which is awesome. Honestly, I'm going to say another $20 in Super Chats would be fantastic, if possible. So the last Super Chat slot is now Kyle Wong's. But if you guys have anything else you want to say about the trailer, like I said, the link is up there. If you want to go watch it and have a question or anything, let us know. And snipe for that last Super Chat slot. You can take it off now.
Well, since we're rolling down...
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Makes sense.
There you go. Yeah.
We're off duty.
But I didn't get to show you my epic new costume, but that's okay.
It was up to the fans, but hey, we got this, and that really helped us out. So thank you, incredible amounts.
Absolutely.
By generousness. So what are you guys most interested in or excited for of all the things? Yeah, what are you most excited for in there, Stuart, do you think? Or can you even, like, pick one thing?
The things I'm most interested in are Buff Boimler on the Galaxy Class bridge.
Of course you are.
And the Wrath of Khan Enterprise scene. So it's pretty clear.
Yeah, for me it's...
How about you?
Yeah, Tom Paris, because it implies finally using characters from other canon. And while Wrath of Khan is the obvious one, I think they're going to underuse it. Let me scroll through again. What's the other thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots here, and like you said, it got you really excited for this season.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna say the Titan, assuming it's a really solid Star Trek, non-funny, like Titan story, with Riker being really on point and really good, and benefit of the doubt they'll really come through with that. But really, it's Tom Paris, because they, you know, if they treat that right, that could be amazing.
Yeah. You're right. I think that's going to be episode 2. I really do. I think that's going to be the main bulk of the Titan story. So.
And then we'll get the Titan at the end of the season when the Packlids come back, because clearly they fight the Packlids at one point or the other. So, yeah.
Your Riker will save the day again at the end of the season.
Or
that could get old pretty quick.
Or they save Riker.
That's even better, actually.
Yeah. Same thing, but reversed.
Wouter215, who was the one that got you to wear that costume, says, looking forward to Scorpion Tendi. So, yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, creating a monster of the weakness. But visually it was a good, fun idea, so.
And Captain Chili Bina throws in $5. Thank you. I'm most excited for the Temerian, Tom Paris, and the Wrath of Khan bit. Yeah, the Temerian will be interesting. I want to know the context for that. See, is all the Temerian stuff and the plushie, you think it's all one episode? Or you think it's going to be like a 2-parter kind of thing? Because I think we might have seen a lot from one episode here. So, I don't know.
I'd love to see that. I doubt it, but it would be fun. It's always just give us more.
Yes. New episode is tomorrow, guys. Hopefully they do the next time on at the end of
Yeah.
the rest of them from now on, because we like doing the speculation videos on Wednesdays. This is the closest we could do really today.
Yes. Keep giving us more, please.
Yeah.
Do not limit
And expect 2 really great videos from me at least tomorrow. 3 videos actually. There's
One
the
day?
Eagle Moss,
What?
yeah.
My God.
There's the Eagle Moss product review. There is a special thing that I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing, which is totally separate. And then, of course, my live first reaction tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of Foley tomorrow, I guess.
Foley. Nice. Yeah. And then I'll be doing Lodex prep tomorrow and then joining you early again in the morning for Friday. But I'm seeing Marie this weekend, so I can do a certain number of filming episodes, but the amount we have to do rather than the amount we can do.
Hopefully it's a good episode.
Hopefully. And then you'll see us again Friday for our full review. Please join in. We'd love to get 120 of you that were here today then as well. I mean, if you want to hear, if you're here for the predictions, be here for the episode. Available on Amazon in the UK and other internationals. And where in America, Stuart, and Canada?
In Canada, it's on Crave. It's on the Crave app, and it's also on CTV Sci-Fi at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in America, it's on Paramount Plus, obviously. So There you go. Yeah.
That would be fun.
So I think we'll call it there, though. 135 likes is awesome. You guys have done an amazing job tonight, so thank you so much. And thank you, Router215. That's a very special thank you to you. Did not expect that. I was just joking, but really appreciate it.
And this is, obviously, as we said before, a really not so good month for us, or 2 or 3 months. And that one thing, like, the bar just raises it to the point of, doesn't take that much in the grand scheme. So thank you so much.
I can afford to buy toilet paper now. Thank you.
Not going to go there. Not even going
Anyway,
to go
guys, have yourselves a good one. I'll see you multiple times tomorrow. Check out all the videos that are coming out tomorrow, and I'll see you later. Until then, he's Commander Cockings.
I am. Look.
You are, yeah.
Proof.
I can't show off my rank.
Although, before we go brief, I don't know if you saw or you didn't see. No one caught this, so I'll briefly say it, but when I was paid to be in the TNG costume at the very last minute yesterday, I put on full captain rank pips, so I hope people would notice. I didn't mention it. One guy noticed. And I even went like what's over there? I was waiting for people to say, oh, he promoted himself. Didn't quite work. But today I'm Commander, so.
I see what you're doing. I can't let you do anything by yourself, can I?